Defiant Mage campaign. A mage confronts evil. Evil. Defiant Mage, Liberation, Triumvirate, Alliance, the Here's Hope. I don't really know how to play with the Academy. I don't understand what the good units are. With the others, I only need to look at their roster units and I know more or less what I want, how I want to play them. With the Academy, not really. The Defiant Mage. Zahir, son of Cyrus, Archmage of the League of the Silver Cities, wants to avenge the death of his father by punishing the murderer Markal. His first step will be capturing Kadashan, a town of the Silver Cities now defiled by the undead. I will take the Jinn. Jinn is one of the few units that I genuinely think are amazingly good. Good fighters, good mobility, flying. I can get Jinns.
So, Markal took all his armies with him.
He left some garrisons. They have returned to the Griffin Empire to resurrect their king. Oh, first of the circle.
Look, can you just call me Zaire?
Yes, first of... Zaire.
Try Zaire the First. It sounds better. Let's see. Markal is busy with his rebels and his attack against Ireland. And he still fights the demons.
Put that way, it almost sounds like good news.
It is. We must move quickly before he can react. Build up the army and then push back the undead. We'll restore the luster to the Silver Cities, Noxes.
So what's your specialty? We're gonna make another mage, very likely. I mean, you're literally a wizard. What else can you make? Allows the hero to create creature equipment of the first level. I don't get the Artificer either, but I understand this is better than the Ranger ability. Because a lot of units are very good, but they lack a little bit of something to perform a certain task in your army. Artificer is certainly a solution to that. It's also very expensive, so you can't just do it every time. Summoning magic on its own is not good enough either. Every time a friendly stack dies, a group of elementals enters combat at hero's side. Number of elementals increase depending on hero level. In addition, summon elementals and summon phoenix spells casted by the hero are more powerful. Right, summon mastery, but we need actually, I think I'd rather take a debuffing ability this time. But we'll see, we'll see. Right, there's a lot of... You have a weak shooter. This is borderline worthless. Can repair. I'm assuming that means golems. Stone gargoyles I don't think count. But still golems would. Low damage but high defense. Not much mobility. Almost no damage. Decent hit points and mobility. Good damage, good mobility, good amount of hit points, good initiative. So I'm not sure how the hell to play this. Recapture Kadashman. Survive, achieve level 10. So that would mean we'll get summon creatures. Small map, no other level. So this should be a quick and easy job for us. I suppose the one thing about the gargoyles is that you can sort of tie enemies with them. They're reasonably sturdy and they're very resistant to magic. So while they're not useful in attacking and killing, they're good in tying down and sort of absorbing enemy fire. Every damaging or cursing spell cast by the enemy has a chance to be randomly reflected to some other target, including enemy units. I mean, I'll take basic sorcery, it's absolutely vital for our good spell casting attempts. Allows you to cast reasonably fast. I suppose it more or less means your initiative with spell casting is higher. So once you cast, you don't have to wait forever to be able to cast again. I'm taking experience at this point. Don't really want demons. I'm taking experience because level 10 is not an easy thing to reach in a small map like this. Also, I don't have any kind of a city, so why the hell, where could I possibly spend the resources and money I currently have? Luck or morale bonus would also be nice. This guy would benefit greatly from those items that give you a +1 to damage or hit points. Basic dark magic. Sure, it more or less covers my needs. So spellcasting wise, we're in a very good spot. We have faster casting, we have units, some nice trickery we can throw, defensive magic, and we have disabling magic. Attack magic would be nice, I suppose, but or resurrection magic, both magics maybe. But you usually don't need that much when you play, and this will likely climax in some sort of a massive combat. So a light magic would be better than damage. Chance to get war machines. Yeah. I have nothing against that, but I don't give a shit either. Random cast dark magic. Yeah, I don't have any spells, right? We might start taking casualties. Well, not imported casualties. Basic Enlightenment. That's a lot of stats you can get. It would work fairly well with the other spellcasting stats. And if it's a high level campaign, you'll get a lot of them. These are starting to be tough for us. I would need to get reinforcements somewhere. I don't need to get to level 10 right this second after all. We don't have a huge amount of shots with the range attacker, so there's no way in hell we can kill the zombies before they reach me. We should be able to attack a few times with range combat. Might as well get as much out of it as we can. Right, no more range shots. Luck wouldn't be bad. Not bad at all. We'll get Soldier's Luck and Magic Resistance especially, plus a lot of extra damage. Also counters some negative abilities that a lot of undead have. I think I'll take the Luck. Now we have all the basic skills filled up. Right. different type of casting opportunity with the summoning magic. Good support for it, then extra attributes and extra luck. We're not gonna be high on the morale front, but extra luck will still do a massive amount of extra damage. Is there a city we could try to take? I'm more or less interested in could we take something in the first week. The mission wouldn't end even if we could, because we need to get to level 10. Immediate results. I can't evade him anymore, but gotta attack. There's one little thing that's surprising me. How much damage do the iron golems actually do? They're very sturdy, they're hard to kill through magic, and they do a reasonable amount of damage compared to how low level and units they are, how many do you get them. So very positively surprised by that. There's at least a couple of attribute increasing sides here. Right, we should go to, I was thinking, should we go to the city first or not? And I'm leaning toward yes, because I need spells. And the city is the only location we can reasonably get spells. So if I go to get, if I happen to get to level 10 before I get the spells, the next follow-up missions will be terrible for me. So he has 2 heroes, or did he throw away his good hero with a sunbeam? We can't survive long in this fight. However, his hero isn't super good anyway. He has a lot of spell casting power, but he has nothing to support that. one elemental type that is totally worthless to me. It's a block of hit points, that's what it is. It has no spellcasting or range combat capabilities, and it doesn't fly. Doesn't matter if we lose all our troops as long as we win the fight. If I had any other type of elementals on here, this would have been an easy win. Now I don't know if I have any chance of winning. So I have to wait so long before I can get to actually do anything. Might get a lucky shot and destroy the gate, I guess. That's pretty much the only thing that can save our ass. About 4 turns, we don't have range attack capabilities anymore. We'll throw away these troops. I could try to go through the moat. Not sure if I have any chance of surviving that. I think we've gotta try. We're doomed if we don't. I could have repaired the machines. Shit. Okay, the units here are serving a purpose. We're getting elementals to replace our losses. Plus, if they're here, they should have blocked their access to the city. That would be the sensible thing to do. I'm taking a lot of damage just by standing there. Since they didn't, I should be able to get through fairly easily. We have no more ranged attackers after this though. I'm thinking of removing the cargo from this equation. Because one of our core units, an actual unit that came into this fight, has to survive, otherwise the summoned creatures disappear automatically. So we need to force them to fight against the summoned creatures. The more I think about it, I'm not honestly sure how good would the resurrection spell be for academy units anyway. I mean, there's a lot of machinery there that you can't resurrect anyway. It would help with certain important units, no doubt. So I feel like this is the army that's very inconvenient to fight against, but it's also an army that's hard to keep in a situation where you don't take some casualties. Level 7, definitely advanced casting. Expert is not necessary.
We've won back to town. I've got an army now, Markal, and every single Eldritch arrow has your name on it.
Let's take expert summoning though. When we get 2 additional level ups, the mission ends automatically. So what we want is resources to build mage skills. Everything else is irrelevant. I didn't need troops to have to be undead ones, but hardly matters. Probably can't get 5th level spells anyway. Raise Dead is nice. Lightning Bolt. We need to do the fighting that gives me attributes, attribute bonuses. Hopefully they don't give us enough level ups. There's no particular urgency now, so mage is killed, mage is killed, mage is killed. fusion, can't get it. Phantom forces, that's good. Summon creatures, good. Instant travel. Summon elementals, which we already had, but still, it's not nice to have a spell book marker. Why did I get blindness? Because I have dark magic too, right? Actually forgot about that. We won't get Tom Portal, Puppet Master and Conjure Phoenix. We don't have Puppet Master now, but we did get Conjure Phoenix. And that's an army on its own if you have enough spell power. We have a conjuration bonus. Makes Conjure Phoenix and summon elemental spells more powerful. What I want to know is how much does it cost? 35, so we can cast 2 of them. One is probably more than any opponent here can handle. So what we would like is attribute bonuses and the level 9 upgrade to be dark magic expertise, because if it comes at level 10 it is not really useful to me. So many of them. I want to get a base value of what type of phoenixes can I summon now. 600 hit points, damage is 100 to 160. So this is like 3 phoenixes rolled into 1 at the moment. It's totally overwhelming against those. It also has a fire shield, so when they retaliate against it, they'll take damage. Yeah, they'll probably ignore it. That was to be expected. Luckily we didn't get a level up out of that. Items are worthless. Another lots group of ghosts. It would be better for us if we would have enough troops that they would just outright surrender. We'll get less experience out of it that way. I also want to take a sort of a look at our options. Might not get all the attribute point increases that are available. Spell power is certainly welcome. It's key to whatever we summon, for example. A couple of extra levels, a couple of extra points there can make a huge difference. I don't see any real point in coming here. We'll just fight, which we don't particularly want, unless there's an attribute point gain to be gained. Gear is worthless. Plus, a third level spell, largely worthless, I'd say. There's a chance it might be something good, but at the same time, there's a chance it's just another fight that gives us a lot of experience and nothing else. And with the Phoenix, I don't really fear any opponent here. These guys might just outright join us. Extra troops. The experience. A lot of things that we don't particularly want. An inconveniently structured mission. We were probably better if we would summon elementals. Or just outright cast damage spells. The spell damage is god awful. "24 elementals. Is it always an earth elemental?" No. That one has spell casting power. Can outright remove one of the stacks of units very likely. Well, close to it. Much better option than the unreliable Phoenix. Unsummons part of the summoned or gated stack. Well, that's wonderful. We're doing fights against undead currently. And luck will help in every fight. Still, it's a shame we didn't get the Dark Magic Mastery. We would have gotten a fantastic high level spell for it. So now it's a question, can we find any more extra attribute increases, or are we just gonna end this? Haste. Don't mind if I do. Ooh, that's a good one. Attack or defense? This sort of looks like a defense guy. He has a natural 3 in attack and no items whatsoever. So I think I'll just try to balance the attribute values. Once we have more level ups, we can take a more better guess at what exactly do we need to do. Apparently it's just important to get something. And this is an army I don't see how they can only rely on attack. They don't have enough high speed attack units to rely only on those in a fighting. They have to go toe to toe with any enemy. Also, while summoning isn't bad, it is massively more expensive to handle things through summoning than it is through simple damage casting. Now, +3 attack power, +2 defense. That's a decent haul for a small map like this. I will have to spread about. If we're hunched up close like this, he'll just slaughter us all. Don't get a level up, don't get a level up, don't get a level up. Excellent. Almost. Almost. Right. Any fight we basically fight at this point is enough to end this. And we missed... Well, we got most of the spells we wanted, though it's hard to really complain about it. Any kind of a easy fight at this point will end things. what are we gonna get? Our last skill. I'll take the banish. I'm not really worried about summoned creatures, but if we're likely going to have to go against demons. Banish would be great against them. At the same time, it is totally useless against everything else. So maybe go with something that's guaranteed to be useful in every mission. And expert luck. Advanced sorcery makes more sense if you have to cast something constantly. So once we have more dark magic, it makes sense. But currently, luck is where it's at.
Finally, I'm done with training and studying. Now it's time for action.
Deliberation. Now that the leaders of the undead are busy warring in the lands of Ireland, Zahir has a chance to liberate the towns of the League. The wizard will have speed and urgency as his main allies, but this may not be enough to defeat the necromancers. They are also well versed in magic. Cleansing is horseshit, iron golems are horseshit, breastplate of eldritch might is horseshit. So we have a chance to choose between three sort of worthless things. I'll take the +2 spell power. I mean, I can summon in armies, so the +2 spell power at least is some sort of a positive.
Here we go. First, I'll take back all of our towns, even the boring ones, and I'll dig up every bit of Saarlam's lore that I can find in their libraries. And then the party is really going to warm up.
Large map, no under level, but it's not a gigantic map. It still should be interesting. Okay, starting army. I don't get what the 2 stone or 4 stone golems would have contributed to this army though. The Jinn are the only good unit. Steel golems provide the hit point stack you need, and that's it. 4 stone golems? What the hell are you gonna do with those? Recapture all of the silver cities. Any mention of numbers? Liberate all 3 cities and return independence to his country. I think we need to turn the necropolises to academy cities. So it's sort of a reverse of the mission we did as a necromancer. Build magic guild 5 in Alsapir. This is good because it means we have a objective like this that we can use to control the end of the mission, so we don't have to hold back at all in taking the towns themselves. We can just leave it at guild level 4 until we are ready to finish this. Then move the main hero in there and build it to guild level 5. You'll still get the spells from the 5th level, and the game will mission will just end. If I'd have to take a guess that it is the exact same map or close to it as we played with the necromancers, there should be a river here and a city there, a city there. Not sure if they're including the lower areas that were in the necromancer version of this map.